Good afternoon, Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. There is so much confusion in Buddhism and Taoism. There are some who feel that Lao Tzu was one of Buddha's teachers. Some agree, some disagree. I don't care. I think it's an empowering idea, whether it's true or not. Buddhism changed over the centuries, as did Taoism. Modern-day Buddhism is unrecognizable from its original scriptures, as is the similar case in Taoism. Just as it is a mistake to think that we're supposed to focus only on our breath, and when our mind wanders, tear it from its distraction and shove it back to the breath. It's also a mistake to think that although some emotions are pleasurable and others are painful, that somehow means that some emotions are good and some are bad. An emotion is just an emotion. It is neither good nor bad. Now, some choices are harmful or destructive. Some actions are harmful or destructive. Some forms of communication are harmful or destructive. But an emotion is neither good nor bad. It depends entirely upon what we do with it. Emotions, especially the painful ones, can be profoundly useful tools for personal evolution, but we have to experience the courage to let our heart rage or weep or wail or lament. There are times when it will feel like there is a storm in our hearts. That storm may be rage or despair or terror or something far less dramatic. I'm no sailor, but I've listened to people who profess to be nautical authorities, and they say that when you are in huge storm waters, 20, 30, 50-foot swells, you must point the bow of the ship, the pointy front end of the ship, into the wave, because if that wave hits the side of the ship, you'll capsize and perhaps sink. Pointing your bow face forward into the swell is no guarantee of survival, but it is the only way to survive. Likewise, my friends, when our heart rages, when our mind kicks up horribly disturbing memories or deeply disturbing, negative, frightening fantasies, it is not our job to force our mind to remember something else or imagine something else. It's our job to notice it and relax. We're not relaxing the thoughts, we're not relaxing the emotions, we're relaxing the body. Not as a way to push the emotion away, but as a way to make peace with it. My roommate has 2 cats. They have 2 modes, sleep or raise hell. When these cats decide to raise hell, you can't stop them. And when they're done raising hell, they get back to sleep for another 16 hours, because cats. Our mind, our heart is very similar. Rather than contrive an emotion or contrive a recall or contrive a fantasy, notice, on the in-breath. Relax on the out-breath. I'm reminded of the Betty Davis line towards the end of one of her films. She says something along the lines of, buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. And that's the way it is sometimes. Buddha's meditation, Lao Tzu's path, was never designed as an escape. It's designed to point our bow straight into reality, the present moment, whether it's glorious or whether it's grotesque. As messy as that may seem, that's the path of evolution and growth. I don't want to go through life repeating the errors of my past. I want something better for me. I want something better for you. The next series of weekly webinars begins the first Saturday of March, and you're invited to come. Use the link below the video to find out more. Below the video is a button that reads Show More. Click that and you'll find the link. Everything I do, everything the Buddha Joy Meditation School does is by donation. Some give a lot, some give a little, some give nothing. There's only 2 requirements. Show up 5 minutes early and do your damn homework. Bye-bye now.